Hello everyone, this is Providencia. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to show you how I make my delicious, juicy pernil. Every time I make pernil, my whole family, my kids, my husband, they all get very happy. So today I'm going to show you how I make it. Now I do have, I believe, 1 or 2 pernil recipes on my channel. I'll leave that in the description box below. However, I make it different now, so yeah, if you want a reference from this video, you can. If you want a reference from the other videos, it's gonna be in the description box. With that being said, let me show you how I make it. So before I start showing you how to season your pernil, which is pork shoulders, I'm going to show you how I make my garlic blend. The reason why I want to show it to you guys is because I'm going to be using these garlic blends in my next upcoming videos. So I wanted to show it to you guys. You could also use these garlic blends when you're cooking, doing your own thing in the kitchen. So yeah, it's good to have it in your refrigerator. So I have a pack of peeled garlic, and I'm going to remove that little tip from the garlic because you guys already know I always take that part out of my garlic. I do not like to smash my garlic with that little thingy there, so I remove all of them. I'm gonna use my food processor. Now if you have a blender, you could use your blender, but I like to use my food processor because I like my garlic to be a bit, you know, chunky. I also have some of these spaghetti jars. That's right, don't throw away your jars. Clean it up real good, and you could do your garlic blends, your sofrito, all that good stuff. And here's my garlic. I'm adding half of my garlic to each jar because one of them is going to have culantro. You're going to see it in a minute. And here is the culantro. Make sure you wash it, all that good stuff. You could also do it with cilantro, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I like culantro or recao much better, so that's why I am using culantro. But again, you could use cilantro. Make sure you cut the tip of your culantro, cilantro, whichever one you're gonna use. So in this jar, I'm gonna add my culantro. I highly recommend that you do a plain one and the one with the culantro, especially for your tostones. Oh my goodness. Trust me, it's very, very good. And it's gonna make your food taste good as well. I'm gonna add some extra virgin olive oil. Make sure you add enough. Just make sure the olive oil is a little bit above any amount of garlic you're gonna make. I'm gonna also add salt, not too much, just a little hint. When you're mixing the one with the culantro or cilantro, make sure you use a separate spoon. You don't want the cilantro to go into the plain one. That's why I use a different spoon. And here is my garlic blends. Since I cook every day, this lasts me about maybe a week. I don't know if it will be good after a week, but I don't know because I cook every day. So yeah, I think this will be good in your refrigerator for a week. You could use this to marinate your meats, make your beans, make your rice, have it with some tostones. There's plenty of ways you could use these two sauces. My two little garlic blends, like how I call it. Now here is the pernil, pork shoulder. This is a pack of 2, and oh my goodness, can you believe the price on that? That's right, thumbs down for all these high prices on food. I gotta make a joke out of it, but yeah, food prices has been very, very crazy. Make sure that you clean your pernil or any meat that you make in your house very, very well. I like to clean my meat with vinegar, squeeze lemon, rub it with lemon or lime, and you're gonna want to do this several times. I did it off camera, but just for you can know, clean your meat. Now with pernil, you could just go and just cut the whole skin on the top, like in one flap, sort of say. I like to slice the skin, so that's what I'm gonna do. You do it the way you want to do it. But the most important part is you gotta poke a lot of holes into your pernil. Get a big sharp knife from your kitchen. And it's very crucial that you make a lot of slits, as deep as you can. and as much as you can, because that's where all your seasonings, garlic, and all that good stuff is gonna go into. You don't want a pernil that is gonna be bland. You want your pernil to be nice and flavorful. Once you do the slices and you poke the holes, clean your meat again. And I am going to clean it with vinegar several times just to make sure it's nice and clean. I know this part is disgusting, but for those that don't know how to clean up pernil, listen, I gotta show you. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of different races in this channel, and I want to also school them too and show them how to properly clean a pernil. So yeah, so I am gonna season my pernil. I am using adobo. Use any seasonings, any adobos of your choice. This is the cumin one. There has been times that I do put all the seasonings into a bowl, mix it up, and then just marinate all of my pernils like that. But this time I did them separately. You're gonna want to be a little generous, but not too generous when you're sprinkling adobo or any seasonings, because you don't want your pernil to be bland, but you don't want it to be too salty either. So just sprinkle in every hole that you see on your pernil, just a sprinkle, and that should do. I'm also gonna add some sazon, and as you can see, I'm sprinkling a little at a time in every slit, every hole, stuff like that. For each pernil, you're gonna want to use maybe 2 packets of sazon. And as you can see, I'm opening up every hole in my pernil, and I'm also sprinkling a little bit in there as well. Next, I'm gonna add some oregano. You could add as little or as much as you want. I love me some oregano. That is like my favorite spice. If you've been in this channel for a long time, then you know I go a little heavy with the oregano. But if you want to add a little bit at a time, that's fine. I go a little heavy because I love oregano, and so does my family. I'm also gonna add black pepper. Add as little or as much as you want. I'm also gonna add some sofrito. I ended up putting some sofrito into a bowl because I don't want to cross-contaminate. So that's why I put it into a bowl. Because again, you're going to want to go and fill out all of the holes, the slits with the sofrito. Next, you're going to use garlic. And again, please put some in a bowl. For that way you don't cross-contaminate. You're going to be using a spoon, or you're going to probably be doing this with your clean hands. So it's good to just put a little bit into a bowl and you take it from there. I'm also going to add more adobo. Then I'm going to add some naranja agria. Now, if you happen to find fresh naranja agria in your Spanish supermarket, then you use that. It's a sour orange. You could cut it in half and squeeze the juice into your pernil. But since there's no naranja agria here in Connecticut, I bought this bottle and it's pretty much the same thing. Although the other one is much fresher, of course, but you know what I mean. I placed my other pernil into the other pan, and I'm going to add a little bit of water to grab whatever seasonings is in the other pan.
Como ya la vi solita, pues me pregunté qué pasa cuando me bailó cerquita, eso fue descomunal. Dale, dale, tra, tra, tú sabes cómo es. Vamos a hacerlo, mami, contra la pared. No me dice nada y todo se le ve. El perreo no se acaba hasta las 3. Dale, dale, tra, tra, tú sabes cómo es. Vamos a hacerlo, mami, contra la pared. No me dice nada y todo se le ve. El perreo no se acaba hasta las 3. Fanática la luce porque tiene belleza y mueve ese booty más contra mí.
My husband is helping me here because those pernils were so big and heavy, and I wanted a double pan it. So whenever I take it out of the oven, it doesn't you know how pans are, the aluminum trays. It could bend, and we don't want your pernil to fall all over the floor. So I like to double it up, for it could be a little bit more stronger. After all, this is 2 big pernils. I am gonna go and add aluminum foil, and I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator. I like to do this pernil at least 2 or 3 days before, let's say Thanksgiving, Christmas, or any social event. For that way it can marinate and it could be nice and flavorful the day that you make it. Now, since I was food prepping, I wasn't able to show you when I took out the pernil and all that good stuff, but I'm just gonna lay it out to you very quickly. When I make pernil, I like to put it in the oven at least at 6 o'clock in the morning. That's right. I want my pernil to be nice and soft, not rubbery, not hard, none of that. So you could put it in your oven at least 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. And I usually leave it in the oven for at least 7 hours, 8 hours, yes. That's how long I be leaving it. Once you see your pernil, that bone sticking out, you know your pernil is nice and soft. You want to make sure that you check up on it at least every 2 or 3 hours. I like to start cooking my pernil at least like 320, 330, and then like probably the last 2 hours I will bump up the heat all the way to like 350, 370, just for I could get a nice cuero, which is the skin. You could also put it at 400 if you feel your cuero, which is the skin of the pork, is not getting hard enough. I like to drain the juice that comes out of the pernil, and you're gonna see why. Don't throw that away, honey. Do not throw that away. Just put it aside. Let your pernil rest for at least like 15 minutes before you start like cutting it up and all that good stuff. Now in this tray you could tell I put an aluminum foil inside. That is because I am removing all of the skin or cuero from my pernil. I'm going to show you how I cut them up and put it nice and neat for it to look very nice when you add it to your tray. Put your cuero or pork skin, I don't know, I call it cuero. Put your cueros on the side and then start cutting up your pernil. And look at that pernil. Do you see how beautiful it looks? Listen, the worst thing you could eat is hard, rubbery pernil. And I don't mean to talk, but just recently I went to like a party and they had pernil. Me and my mother tasted and we just didn't want to eat no more because it was so hard. It looked like they only had it in the oven for like 2-3 hours. It was just, no. It didn't taste good. It wasn't soft. It was just, it was a disaster. It was a disaster. So please make sure your pernil is nice and soft. And there goes my husband sampling my pernil while I'm trying to do this video. Look, and he keeps going for more. Can you believe that? Now with the juice that came out of the pernil, you're going to want to add it on top of your pernil. Your pernil is already juicy, but this makes it even more juicy. So please, you must add the juice from the pernil. Your guest is going to be so happy. They're going to lick their fingers when you make this pernil. Guaranteed. Okay? And here is my cuero or cueritos. Pork skin. Whatever. So of course you know that Providencia has to make her food not only taste good but look good as well. So I added just a couple of branches of fresh parsley on the sides. And with some kitchen scissors, you're going to want to cut your cueros into like bite-sized pieces. And you're going to want to put it around your tray. Don't put it on the top because some people don't like cuero. I don't know how, because I love some cueros from the pernil. But yeah, everybody got their own taste. And you damn right, I am drinking a Presidente because it was a very, very long day when I was food prepping that day. I added some slices of limes. I would prefer the limes rather than the lemons, but if you want to add lemons, you can add lemons on the side. I know my husband, being Dominican, he loves to add lime to basically everything, especially meat. And here is the pernil. Nice, juicy, flavorful, delicious, falling off the bone, nice and shredded, soft. Listen, I could go all day talking about my pernil. The cueros, nice and crunchy. Oh my goodness. Listen, I can't wait for Christmas because I made turkey this year. But on Christmas, that's when I really like to make my pernil. So I cannot wait for Christmas for I can make pernil again. And yeah, that's about it. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. There's going to be a lot of videos coming up, holiday recipes for you could do it for your family. And I hope when you make it that your family will enjoy it as well as I want you to enjoy it. With that being said, please give this video a like, share, subscribe, leave positive comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!